Andrew Spay with Geneva Gray, and we have the 130-pound junior Fargo final. In the women's division, that's that's Lynn Horn in the red. It's Samantha Sachs walking down the stairs now in the blue for Team California, who has produced an insurmountable team race lead as we just finished up watching Arizona's first ever junior women's Fargo champ. Thanks for Jason Bryan for that heads up. Also the first South Carolina junior champ since 2010. But we're focused on 130 pounds now. That's Horn in the red and Sachs in the blue. Both of these wrestlers had some hard-fought bouts in the semis. You see some battle scars from Sachs, but I expect a scrap from both of them, seeing how those semi-matches played out.
It's funny, I like to watch the wrestlers throughout the tournament, and I feel like their styles are very, very different, but I'm excited to see this matchup. Sachs in on the first attack, but the defense of Lynn Horn puts them back up on their feet with double overs. Sachs is trying to just stay in okay position here. She clears it. They're gonna warn Lynn Horn for passivity.
Horn beat Janie Hauser. She's got just home run potential. She's very dangerous and kind of lulled Hauser into maybe a false sense of security and then hit a hellacious head and arm. Didn't even have the full headlock, but was super tight with that head and arm and got the pinfall in the semis. And then Sachs had a dogfight, 3-2 with Carly Chesker in her semifinal bout. Both entertaining. I recommend you check them out when you get the chance. Flow Arena has them. They'll be all over the website as well. Just type their name in, they'll show up.
If you watch this, Lynn Horn she's patient, she's low, she stays disciplined in positions, and then she bursts to an attack. Whereas Samantha Sachs has a lot of motion. She's in and out, she's laterally moving, but Horn will go on the passivity or activity clock first, meaning she has 30 seconds to create action and get a score on the board, or she will give up a point to Sachs.
That's right, and Sachs can score all she wants. That clock does not get wiped away until 30 seconds are up or Horn scores. See the patient Horn trying to set up those big moves.
First point is awarded.
That's right, first point on the board for Sachs. So a tactical first period so far, not a ton of scoring, but they're playing their game.
They're jockeying for position here. They're adjusting. This hand fight is it's like a chess match here. Both of them know that they can be in serious trouble if the other one gets out of position in any way.
Yeah, you never want to give up that position. You'd rather take the activity clock. You'll take the point. You'll eat it if it means not giving up those home runs.
Any lapse in position, and you know that they're going to be in on an attack right away. So you're going to make the job harder on yourself if you relax at all. So this is a really hard fought 3 minutes, and we're going to end the second period here in about 3 seconds, and Sachs will start it with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, don't let that lack of scoring fool you. That was a tense period. Oh, big towel flapping. That's Robbie Smith.
Robbie's big everything. What are you talking about? We knew it was going to be a big towel slap.
He goes lengthwise with that, and you can hear the snap. He gets a good breeze going there for Sachs. As there she is getting toweled down. Great Greco-Roman heavy for Team USA. Made a whole bunch of teams. Placed 5th in 2015. Got big trophy case full of credentials. As we go back to the center, second period underway. Just a 1-point lead for Sachs.
Sachs was warned towards the end of that first period, so she does need to make sure that action is continuing to be created so that she doesn't get put on that activity period, because if she gives up the 1 activity period point, she will then be down on criteria.
That's right.
So look at her in on the attack. They're back up on their feet. Horn has this overhook, which is a dangerous position for Sachs to be in, but Sachs gets that elbow high, so feels a little bit more comfortable. Her head position is a little out, but again, she's not pressuring, so I don't think that she feels in danger at this point. But again, we talked about Horn being dangerous from anywhere, so Sachs really needs to make sure that she's staying in position. So Sachs will go on the activity period.
Yeah, the officials, you'll not find it in the rule book, but they'll want to have both wrestlers in those 0-1 scores. They'll want to have the wrestler that got the point ready to be called again in the second period, if that makes any sense. As the action's starting to pick up here with Sachs trying to make something happen.
She inside trips that single leg, gets 2 hands on it, but Horn's whizzer forces her to let go. She stays in on it. So Horn still has that whizzer. She's continuing to circle. Sachs will get the takedown. She negates the passivity or activity period point and is in parterre on top. They're towards the edge there.
Yeah, that was massive to finish there. You saw her coaches in the corner were feeding her encouragement because they knew how big that was. Not only it's like a 3-point swing because you don't give up the points, which would have made it 1-1, even if just briefly. Then you finish the takedown at the edge of the mat. You get 2, not 1, everything that you want out of your wrestler and your coaching in that instance.
So it looks like Sachs is nursing an elbow injury and maybe some asthma.
Yeah.
But it looked like she was shaking out that elbow after that parterre exchange. I know she was struggling a little bit in that semifinal match with that same thing. So.
Yep. Yeah, her and Chesker had a battle.
That was a fun one to be at. I was standing Matt's side for that one.
You were watching that one too? Yeah. And you see the tape or the sleeve on the arm. It's just tough to go through these tournaments. I mean, at 130 pounds, let me zoom out on my bracket, see what round they start with. A round of 128. So that's a long first day. That's a lot of tough matches you got to grind out. And then this morning, it was just one match, but Chesker is as tough as they come.
Absolutely.
She's a nationally ranked wrestler. She was at Who's Number 1 before. And to come out with a victory there, whether you're banged up or not, is tough, and that only just adds to the wear and tear on the body.
And these ladies aren't just coming in for Fargo fresh or anything. They're coming off of junior duels. They're coming off of women's nationals. They're coming off of Pan Ams and things like that. And so
yeah.
I know Samantha Sachs was at junior duels with me, and I believe that Lynn Horn was as well.
Yeah, the season never ends. You have parts of the season that can start and stop, but.
Yep, durability is an important piece of this.
Yes. So now Horn has to figure out a way to come back from this 3-point deficit, but as we have mentioned many times, she's capable of those home run balls.
Sachs playing that line really carefully. Will give up the step out.
And you have to be careful too, the fleeing calls, the point of emphasis, we mentioned on the broadcast earlier. Before you know it, you think you have a couple points to give, and next thing you know, match has totally changed.
Clearing this Russian tie or 2-on-1 is going to be an important thing for Horn. She really is not going to get her offense going unless she can clear these ties and open Sachs up a little bit.
Yeah, and Sachs wants to maintain contact but not negatively wrestle. She doesn't have any warnings or cautions, I should say, at this point. So.
And with 33 seconds, you better believe that if I was in Sachs' position, I would be begging for that position again, and I would hold on to it, maybe even take the 1 attention point.
Rounding the final 20 seconds. Horn attacks, head on the outside, single leg.
Sachs giving everything she's got on that sprawl, pulling that heel to the butt, getting low. 9 seconds left on the clock. Sachs leads 3-1.
2 points would do it for Lynn, but she doesn't have a lot of time. It's ticking away. 5 seconds to go.
Sachs controlling this, keeping distance, and she does it. Samantha Sachs of California is our national champion here at Fargo at 130 pounds.
Yeah, congratulations, Samantha Sachs. Team California having another great tournament, as they do every year. And the Team California is also in full force out in the stands. We'll watch a replay here.
This continuous motion here by Sachs and just never giving up on these positions.